Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back to do another video for you today, and this time we're going to go ahead and compare Royal Mayfair, the recently launched fragrance from Creed, to Windsor, fragrance that's been vaulted in the past, and I happen to have a 50 ml of it here, so please stay tuned. So, lots of hype is surrounding this relaunch or rebranding of an old vaulted Creed fragrance called Windsor. It just launched recently. Picked up my bottle from New York, but I haven't really done a lot of testing until recently. What are the differences between these two? Because when I put my nose on it first, it definitely smells like Windsor, but there's differences. It's not exactly the same fragrance. So when I first bought my Windsor back almost 2 years ago, they had a promotion at Neiman Marcus where you buy a 50 ml of Windsor with the atomizer, and it retailed for, I think it was $4.50 or $4.25. I can't remember exactly the price, but somewhere around there. It was a very, very expensive fragrance, but upon first sniff, I just immediately fell over for it. It was just an amazing scent. I thought, wow, this is a very, very beautiful scent. The rose and the eucalyptus was just amazing in this. So I love it, and I cherish it now. I don't use a lot of it, and I'll show you how much I've used. This is what I've used in the last 2 years. I don't use a lot of it. It's a really, really good fragrance. Also, look at the juice color. They are totally different also. But we'll get to that in a minute. So I happen to really be a big fan of Windsor, and I will cherish this bottle for a long time because I really love the way it smells. So when I first put my nose on Royal Mayfair, I immediately thought something's different. It's not Windsor. To me, Windsor, when I spray it on me, it smells like age. There's something about the fragrance that smells like it's coming off, that it's aged, like a good whiskey or something. Even though I don't drink whiskey, but any of those liqueurs that you have to age for them to taste great, that's what Windsor is like to me when I compare it to Royal Mayfair. Immediately I go, wow, this has like that barrel, like something about it. It's just like more oomph or something. But what's wrong with Royal Mayfair then? I mean, it's a great scent. I really do like Royal Mayfair a lot, but a 4-ounce bottle costs $475 plus tax. So it's pretty expensive. It's not a cheap fragrance. The bottle and packaging are always beautiful. Creed does really nice like that with their stuff. Very regal, very British, very just classy stuff. Having something like this on a a dresser drawer or something, if you're only into having a few fragrances, one of these bottles, just really unique about the packaging and the bottles themselves. So the differences between these two fragrances. Here's what happens. I already said that it's got something more aged. Windsor comes off more mature, more oomphy compared to Royal Mayfair. But when you first spray Royal Mayfair, and I'm going to go ahead and do that right now here, it smells like Windsor right away, but it's starting to smell like something different. To me, it smells like a Chinese pharmacy. I don't know, I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I go to Chinatown here. I'm really close to it in San Francisco. And in Chinatown, they have those herbal pharmacies where you can get ginseng or things like that. And they have a very strong odor or smell. So when I first smell Windsor, it reminds me of one of those pharmacies or natural kind of food pharmacies in Chinatown. It's not a bad thing. I really still enjoy the way Royal Mayfair smells, but immediately that's what I get. It's powdery, and I think it's perhaps also a little more jasmine-y. I get like this jasmine like bomb or something. And then also I think perhaps it's the eucalyptus. Maybe the eucalyptus is amped up. Something's different about it, and it doesn't match the Windsor. But when it's drying down, I'm going to go ahead and spray Windsor here, very sparingly. So when Royal Mayfair is drying down, that's when it starts acting more like Windsor. It's got the little bit of a more depth. But on first spray, from a distance, they'll smell the same. But when you're like putting your nose to it and studying it, you're going to start picking up the differences. They're definitely not the same fragrance at the top. And especially when you saw the color, you got a dark ambery color for the Windsor and a very clear color for Royal Mayfair. Man, as I said, the boozy quality is more dominant in Windsor than it is in here. I think jasmine, well, at least to me it smells like jasmine, but I think it's the eucalyptus that's kind of acting like jasmine. Kind of has a powdery, kind of a powder bomb like effect or accord in here that's different than the booziness of Windsor. That's the difference that I'm seeing. And when I say boozy, this stuff is aged. It smells more expensive, more classy, just all around like it's been aged for us to enjoy little bits of, because 50 ml was about $450 with the atomizer, and 4 ounce 120 ml is $375. No, $475 in Royal Mayfair. So my true and honest opinion about Royal Mayfair, it's a good scent. It's definitely not Windsor. It starts smelling like Windsor, but it's still not Windsor. Windsor is just an amazing, amazing fragrance. I will cherish this bottle for a long time. It's a lot of money I put into it, and I won't waste it away. Like, I won't decant or sell or whatever. I'll sparingly use this stuff. Whereas Royal Mayfair will be more like an everyday thing. Even though it's very expensive, I might decant some of it, but it's more of a fragrance that I will just enjoy daily and not think about it. And again, as I said, it is really expensive. It's really, really expensive. This is too expensive. But I won't go gaga over Royal Mayfair, whereas I'll go gaga over Windsor, because Windsor is just a class on its own. It's just a beautiful, beautiful scent. So those are my thoughts between these two fragrances. It's unfortunate. At least the bottle is great. The packaging is great. Unfortunately, with Windsor, I only have it in an atomizer, so I can put them together and kind of be like family or something. I don't know what. But what are your thoughts about Royal Mayfair versus Windsor? Have you compared the two? Because it's really, really obvious. When you're smelling them from a distance, they'll smell alike, totally alike. But when you put your nose here and you put your nose here, they're totally, totally different. Totally different. Again, they're the same DNA, just there's differences between the two. So let me know your thoughts, guys. What do you think about Royal Mayfair versus Windsor? Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Like this video, share it. I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.